and I'll also record on my camera. I can get that bit of a better position. I apologise if you use any noise on the mic. How's the mic levels, everyone, when you get this message? Yeah, just let me know how the mic levels are, and I can adjust as such. Getting the camera set up in the right position. Not the camera you're on. So you're on a webcam, and you've also got my normal camera, which I film all my other videos with. Hi Thingy 118. Not bad. Does that mean mic levels, or does that mean... I don't know what that means. But we'll give it a go anyway. We'll make a start. I'll start this filming. Just get that out of the shot. I'll have to periodically check how this is filming. But I'm also filming the stream itself, and I think YouTube actually films the stream. Good, not bad. I'll assume the mic level is good. Again, I apologise if there is any noise. So, starting off, we have a look at the back. We've got 4 screws. We've got 4, yeah, as I say, 4 screws. I can't see any more than that. Yeah, so we'll take these out. I imagine there's going to be a whole clip mess as well, but we'll see what happens. So they're in a little bit tight. Not as long as I thought they would be. So hopefully there won't be too many bad clips. All round not bad. Excellent. Thank you, JR Dubstep. Okay, maybe these ones are a bit longer. Nope. Maybe a little bit. I didn't expect this to be too hard. I did some filming this morning of some of the videos. Telling people to subscribe on my stream is kind of against my rules. Subscribe to me, if anything, but chances are you guys probably already are subscribed to me, which I thank you for. Thank you very much. So I can feel the case is a little bit looser. So what's going to be the best way? So the best way, I'm on camera for this. So the camera's pointing there. I need to move the actual camera point up a little better. If I move that over and that over. So hopefully I can be in shot on both, yes. So the actual case itself is coming apart in this corner. And see around it for more points to pull on. Probably going to end up being a prize apart. Yeah, as I was just saying, I did some more videos this morning. A couple of very interesting pieces. I'm just going to run the screwdriver up here. Let the clip go then, hopefully. I'll do the same on the other side, so we've got nice and even. I'm trying not to damage the plastic. And you want to be very careful of what's on the inside. So we're starting to come apart, as you can see, on both cameras. It's actually more at the bottom now, so let's go to the inside here. Try and prise upwards. Yeah, I did some good videos this morning. What can I tell you about? So, I mean, the Wi-Fi plug video went out on Friday. I was very happy with that video. Really like that product. And you can actually... which light is that? Okay. So in that video, I actually said you could email my light, and that comes up as a flashing light on my end. I don't think anyone's actually done that yet. It's not the light actually pointed here. But I'll tell you what, I'll move that light a little bit closer. Now, is that just going to ruin my white balance? It's not done amazing things to it, but it's actually not bad. So actually, if you email that light link at the moment, you might see the flashing on screen if I refresh it. But the controller itself is coming apart. Showing the other camera. And it seems to have got a clip on the other side just by feeling around. But no, it's actually coming apart. Very gently. I don't know how they've wired it up. It does feel like I'm pulling a wire or something. Oh, nope, here we go. And the controller is open. Hooray! So we have the battery, which I'm just going to disconnect at the moment. And let's have a look and see what it says. So it's a model LIPE 1522, lithium ion of 1000 milliamp hour. So, I mean, you guys probably won't be able to see that because it's a bit washed out. But this is a 1000 milliamp hour battery, which, in the grand scheme of things, is absolutely tiny. So, for example, my 3-year-old phone I've got here, my Nexus 4, has at least 2000 mAh. Am I saying 10,000 mAh or am I saying 1000 mAh? I'm not even sure what I'm saying. Ooh, 8 people watching. Hello, everyone. Yeah, so this battery I've just taken out the PS4 is 1000 milliamp hour, and what we're going to do is replace it with this one, which is 2000 milliamp hour. Now, hopefully, if I can get the angle right, you'll be able to see. That's 2000 milliamp hour. Or you'll just have to trust me. You might be able to see that right now. Just there. 2000 milliamp hour. So we'll take out this old one. It's worthless, to say the least. Hello, UK Skillers, long-time subscriber. How you doing? I know we've got everything else on the inside. So we've got this ribbon cable which goes across the two. We've got to be careful about. I think I'm actually going to disconnect it on this side, not on that side, because that side looks like a pain. Because we've got this plastic light bar here. So that's actually how the light bar works. Let's just disconnect this. So nice and gently, you just pull it out. And what we've got is the LED at the bottom here, which projects out to the front. And this just fell out from somewhere. Uh-oh. I'll have to go back over the footage to find out where that came from. Uh-oh. But that's the danger with this sort of thing. And the trigger's fallen out somewhere. No, it's not. It's still at the top here. So it might have just fallen out the trigger. Yeah, it looks like it has fallen out the trigger. But keep it all together, so I'm actually keeping it inside the case. We can come back to it. Now, coming to this side, let's have a look at the trigger itself. So there's the actual trigger button. You really feel the resistance there. Does this plastic come off? Still hear me? Yeah, the mic's still going up. What is this attached to? So it's covering the reset button. It must hold the battery, that's what this does. So yeah, the battery normally sits in here. Whichever way. I don't think it matters. So we've got a screw in the middle there. Got the two motors, so this is what generates the actual vibration itself. When these spin round, because it's not a perfect circle, you end up with a vibration effect. 1 to 2 years sub from Yol Musi. Really? Thank you very much, Yol Musi. I didn't know. Thank you very much. Actually, nothing's fallen out, has it? Because that's actually imbalanced. So, on the right-hand side, this controller has some weight, and on the left-hand side, this has a different weight. Or has something fallen out and I haven't noticed because I'm streaming? Someone clarify that? Has something just fallen out and I haven't noticed? Am I trashing my PS4 controller right now? The answer is probably yes. But, oh well. So how do we get this plastic thing off? It seems to be attached here somewhere. And I assume it's symmetrical, maybe? It's also attached to the board there. There's nothing in there, is it? I had no idea they were that imbalanced. Maybe it's a manufacturing defect. Not that you saw. Excellent. Oh, it's weird. I'm genuinely confused. I thought it would be balanced, but we've ended up with one little thing here and 3 little things there. So we end up with more vibration on the right-hand side than the left. Maybe it's intentional. Maybe that's the same with all PS controllers. I don't know. So let's... How do we get into it? Okay. Let's take the screws out, see what happens. So we've got another screw there, so I'm going to put these inside of the old one. You can just see off screen there. And now I'm going to take out this screw. Actually, the whole assembly feels like it's moving. And another screw? I can't see another screw. I'll do that. Yeah, here we go. Slowly, very carefully, work it off. Oh, an old PS2 controller had imbalanced weights. There must be a reason for doing that, I had no idea. I've taken apart a PS2 before. Actually, I don't think I've taken apart the controller itself. I've had PS3s and PCs to repair them when they go yellow light of death. And here we have the analog sticks. That's nice and easy. So actually we don't need to take that bit of plastic off. And these just pull off. Same for PS3 controllers. Excellent, okay. There must be a reason for that. So you end up with stronger vibration on the right hand side. But because it's one object, I guess you end up with... well, you end up with balance. Weird. But anyway, analog sticks off. Just simply pull from here. Now we can put the new ones on. So what I'm going to try is these metal ones made by a company called Z Labs. Purely because they were there, I thought they were interesting. Nice green colour. They got a nice edge around it. Hi Tarte with your smiley faces. I'm pronouncing that wrong. Tarte, maybe? Forgive me. So we'll look at these are aluminium. They got a nice edge around them, and they're dipping more like an Xbox controller than the PS4 controller. But I'll give it a go. If I don't like them, I can always change them out for what I got in this little bag here. So I got 2 green ones, really because I wanted some green buttons. So I'll have a look at buttons in a minute. But watch out for how they fit on. So it's asymmetrical. It's a rectangle, not a square. So it won't fit onto it very well. And it seems that it goes upwards. So we want to have it in that sort of orientation. Like so. That was really easy. However, I also want to change some buttons. Just to see. I'm having some trouble with this bit here. It does feel like there's a bit of plastic there. Yeah, there is. So you can see there's a bit of plastic which goes along here holding this button in. And I'll try and work out a way to do that off. Probably could just press buttons out from this point, in fairness. I know, so we got the button assembly below it. Okay, yeah, of course. So you got, this is the actual button itself. This one rolls back a little bit, just to give you some contact, and then you press it in to the rest of the contact. Sorry. So if we look on my other PS4 controller, these are actually triggers that you press down. I've got a little grip on mine. You might have noticed on the other one as well. But you've got one straight button which goes through like that. If we look on something like sneak peek here for a new video upcoming, the Steam controller, it presses and then there's a button. So you roll it in and then there's a press. This video will be up somewhat soon. Almost finished filming that. All PS4 controllers are imbalanced. I had no idea that was a thing. I always thought that it makes more sense to balance them. Maybe it's just because I like symmetry as a human being. You have a laser diode that has 4 pins instead of 1. What do I do? Find another one, probably. Some of these laser diodes for DVD burners have actually... I don't know whether the companies have cottoned on to people doing this and are doing something against it, or just manufacturing is going to be easier Oh wow, there we go. Or manufacturing is just easier with another type of diode. And button's fallen out. There's a button I wanted to change, so that's good. Or whether it's just yeah, manufacturers have started changing because they've got cheaper options with these weird 4-pin things. But unfortunately, taking apart DVD burners for that sort of thing might be a thing of the past. It might change in the future. Again, we don't know what's going to happen, if there's going to be a successor to Blu-ray, maybe. I don't know. Don't know. It's a bit weird, I admit, but nothing really we could do about it. So I wanted to change R1 and L1, and I wanted to change the share buttons, just to see how it looked. Probably going to look awful, but I want to give it a go. But actually, I quite like the way these triggers look. They're a bit slidey, but maybe that's because I haven't put it in correctly. How do we get this board off? It's going to be that ribbon cable, isn't it? Whether I'll do the reassembly on the live stream, I don't know, but I'll do the disassembly on the live stream. See how far along we are, because we're already 30 minutes since I pressed the start streaming button. It does just seem to be that ribbon cable for the button here. Because I've got this bit of plastic on the top, I can't actually see if it's a one I could pull simply, or it's one that needs a little more finesse. Actually, sorry, I know you guys can't see this. This bit of plastic just has 2 clips. So actually, this bit of plastic can come off. Haha! Mystery solved. Being very careful with my screwdriver. There we go. Bit of plastic is off, and it needs to be lifted first by the looks of it. Pretty old computer you got it from. Yeah, I mean, it can vary. Depends on what the manufacturer wants. So, you guys on the live stream, you're going to struggle to see this. But if you take... actually, let's get a knife instead. So I've got a knife just for the very thin edge. And what I'm going to do is just lift up here. And what that's done is release the ribbon cable. So there's a very small clip. Depending what clip I use for this point, it might be on the camera, which is just filming. In fairness, you probably won't get the best shots from there. It might not be. But there we go. So now this board is out. You can see here, so we have the button, which is actually different from the rest. This button is this here. It's actually just one button. So, I mean, the classic example is MGS5, where this side is your iDroid, this side is the pause menu. But that's just because of the touch sensitivity here, which is transferred through the ribbon cable from that button. I don't think we're going to get much better with that, purely because these motors are here. How do they fit in? This is what all my videos are, by the way. I do something, and I work it out as I'm going. Actually, the motors are part of this plastic assembly. Oh, duh. Look at that. How amazing does that look? That is amazing. So we've got the analog sticks, R1, L2, Ollie 4VN. What are you adjusting? So I've already adjusted the analog sticks here. We've got this old one here. It's a bit tattered, a bit worn. I've had it since PS4 launch, which regular subscribers will know I was at a game. So we've got... So actually there's pressure things here for each side, as well as the inside there. Maybe that's just cushioning or suspension, if you want it to be that way. Yeah. So, how do we get R1 off? I know there's like loads of videos I could have watched on YouTube already about this stuff, but I didn't want to. Pure and simple. Just didn't want to. So that's part of the plastic assembly. It looks like it kind of sticks on like that. So if we look at the other button, you can see, oops, goes that way up. We've got the bit in the middle which presses on the button here, and we've got a left side and a right side which clips onto the actual controller piece. And there's clips on the bottom. So on this, there is actually clips on the bottom here. There. I butchered your name. Sorry, Ollie4VN. Olivan? Is that what you're trying to go for? Olivian? Olivian? I don't know. You write it phonetically. Still can't beat a good keyboard and mouse. TTG X Ziggy. Actually, so what I was talking about before, so the Steam controller I've got right here, can't beat a keyboard and mouse. This seems to be trying to. So, for example, you'll see more in the video about it. I'll probably get this up next week. But this is now your mouse. And you can throw the mouse, if you remember being able to throw the mouse from your actual mouse itself. So the mouse pointer is what I'm talking about. And that's what you can do. So you can throw the mouse that way, throw the mouse that way, etc, etc. Click, click. The two triggers here. Click on the right, click on the left. Very cool. Very impressed. And we've got page up, page down essentially, and a little bit of scroll. I'd like it to actually scroll instead of having to just do that. But again, I'll do more in the actual video itself. But the Steam controller is a completely different sort of thing. I'm not taking that apart today. Definitely not. So let's get back to this. I mean, we'll come back to R1 and R2 in a minute. But what I would like to do... do I want to change the D-pad? Not really. So the D-pad itself is just phenomenal on the PS4 controller. I don't really want to adjust these up here, purely because the buttons I've got are completely plain and blank for X, triangle, circle, square. Yeah, so I don't really want to replace those. D-pad, I mean I could, I've got a green D-pad here. I don't know if it feels as good though. So the PS4 D-pad is the best D-pad ever made. Pure and simple. It feels nice, you could put things to it. Add lasers to it. some LEDs would have been cool. I'm not equipped for that today. Yeah, I just wanted to do a quick test stream essentially. So that's what this is. And I could... So I will change the share and options button. Just to get a nice green effect from that. So we pick up this here. Okay, so it's bottom side down. That's why it wouldn't work. That looks alright. And it'll look even better when I've got the green thumbsticks in as well. Don't want to change the PS button. If I could get a button which had the original PS button itself, so the original PlayStation logos, like on the anniversary controller, I'd change it out for that. But I don't want to change it for another blank button, like I showed you before. So let's take the share out. Just press the button from the other side and it comes out. And we'll put this one back in, like so. So that's how to change the share and options button. Nice and easy, nice and shiny. Let's have a look again at L1 here, because we found it's got clips on the bottom. So if we take our screwdriver and press in the clip, maybe. So I don't know how well you guys can see this on the stream, but there is small clips underneath the L1 button. So we've got left side, right side, but we've also got these two clips on the top next to this. Again, I don't know how clear this is coming through on the stream. I'm apologising profusely. You can kind of see it there. It's a bit out of focus, but you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Oh, no, there we had it. It went focusing and then it changed its mind. But you can see there's a clip there. Hey, it focused again. There and there on the actual button itself, which clips to the actual controller. So there's a bit of plastic here and a bit of plastic here. God, it's 13 people now. How you all doing? You having a good Sunday? You looking forward to school tomorrow or work, whatever you do? Actually, I'm just gonna... Woo! Don't pull on the circuit board. Pull the button. Slightly. There we go. So I got the one side. So how I've done that is get the screwdriver underneath and then pull the button. And it's not quite come off yet. Screwdriver underneath, activating the clip. Like so, on the left side. And you can apply a little bit of force to this actually. What is going on here? Well, it is what I've said. And the button is off. You'll be able to see it a little bit better. So it's a bit darker, you can actually see the clips now. So clip 1, clip 2. And we're just going to change it up for this one. And it is the left side, because that is L1. So this says L1 on it. Plug it up. And hopefully it should just be press, and it's on. Hooray! Now we're going to do the same for R1. But I think to do that, we've got to get R2. Do I want to get R2 off? I've already got the other R2 off by accident. I don't really want to take R2 off. So we'll just try and take R1 off again. Exactly like we did before. School tomorrow, Olivan. Yeah, I got work tomorrow. Ooh. Oh, that was nice and easy. So now you know how to do it. It's easy, even easier. And again, putting it back on, even easier. Just push. And there we have it. We've changed R1 and L1. So actually now we can start putting it back together. So button assignments actually, let's go through this. So we've got triangle, circle, X, square on this pad. So compare it to this one. And we've got R1, R2, L1, L2's fallen off. We've got the D-pad itself and 4 separate buttons. We've got this here, which I think is just suspension for this button, so it doesn't have just to sit on the middle bit there. If we look at the back of the board, yeah, there's a, so how well you guys can see it is questionable, but there is no button either side. There is some circuit intelligence, if anything. There's some weird gold contacts in the middle, just behind the audio port. So actually, if you wanted to change the audio port, you could at this point. Just unsolder these 3 connections, take it off, and away you go. So yeah, we've got some dampening here for the middle button. We've got options, we've got share, which are great features. Having the share button is brilliant. I didn't say that initially, but the more you go onto it. Squeaky R2. Well, it could be a number of things. So looking at the actual mechanism here, you could just... It could be the contact here, so there's a bit of plastic which holds it on. There's also a spring inside that, which I'm dreading putting back into the R2 that fell off for this one. So the L2 that fell off. Yeah, you know, rather not WD-40 it. Yeah, I don't see any harm in WD-40ing it, but it could be a number of things. We can actually see the spring just inside there. Yeah, I don't know, mate. It could be a couple of things. One thing I've got to be careful of here is what I've done is detach the button from the case. So put that back on. O-ring, make it squishy in it, make it squishy there. Well, yeah, it would. So let's start putting it back together. We'll see how far I get before I end up rage quitting the stream. Or maybe we do something else. So I'm just going to lower this onto here. Now, the trick is going to be making sure it's aligned. The home and options button is still in there. That's good. And we're going to make sure this ribbon cable is out like that. Yeah, WD-40 wouldn't hurt it. It'd still be all the same. Let's turn it over. And we have... shiny! I quite like that. That's come out better than I thought it did. I'm glad I haven't gone over the top, like doing the D-pad over here, or these buttons. That actually looks pretty cool. I'm not changing the R2 because I've already put my trigger grips on them to make it nice. So what we want to do is now reattach this ribbon cable. Make sure the little white bit here is upwards, like that. I don't know if you guys can see anything. Hopefully the camera did. I keep saying that. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm really not happy with the stream quality. I need a new camera, but yeah. And now we fold the actual... So make sure the ribbon cable's in, and then you want to fold it down. And it is really tiny, so I don't think you can see it. But then you fold that down, and it reattaches the button here. So I'm just going to put some pressure on the back. Make sure this all aligns and the buttons are being pressed. Ooh. I'm not 100% sure about options and share at the moment. Oh, they are. Maybe when the case goes back together. Yeah, I think this looks pretty cool. I like that. It's minimal, but it works. So now we've got to put this plastic doodad back on. One of those plastic doodad of the stream. Can that be a weird award? It took me forever to work out to get that off, and it had two little clips on the back. Stumped by two little clips. So you just press at the top here, and that goes back on. You can see the ribbon cable. Good. It's mostly back together, actually. We've got to think about this side, and we've got to think about R2 as well. Let's think about R2 right now, just in case. So here's the actual R2 assembly. So we've got the R2 trigger and we've got a spring. So from your squeaking, it could be this side or this side. There's actually a lot of dust in here. I don't know why the motors have different weights. Theodore. I don't know how to pronounce that name, sorry. But apparently all PlayStation controllers do, so they've had it in the PS2 and the PS3. It's a bit weird. I know, but yeah. I've also got to work out where this doodad came from. So let's put that back over there for the time being and bring this forward so it's actually in the other camera. And we're going to try and just reattach it, see what happens. If it works, great. If it doesn't, then oh well. We'll have to spend a little bit of time on it. And make sure the spring's inside. That's going to be fiddly. Actually, let's look at the mechanism. So it does come in from the top. Yeah, I think it's just going to fit back on. I'm not 100% sure where that rubber thing came from. Ooh. Don't lose that, because you will end up with a floppy button, floppy trigger. I'm just going to press down, see what happens. Quite a bit of force went into that, but actually, it seems fine. Oh wow, that's a relief. I really thought that was going to be the rage quit the stream, but no. Pushes back, so I'm happy. Yeah, I do agree that the motor's having different weights. That's not something I thought about. Let it vibrate over a larger range of intensities. Possible, purely because it's only one unit and these motors are absolutely strapped to the case. You might not notice, so you end up with, as you say, a more range of intensities. So this side for the heavy rumble, and maybe you feel it a little bit more on that side, but purely because it's actually bolted into the case itself and there's 10 million clips holding this together, you actually don't feel a difference between the right and the left. Now, any guess what this is and where it came from? Whatever it is, I think my PS4 controller is going to have to go without it. Purely because I've got no idea. I can't see another one, so it's not symmetrical. It looks like some sort of clip. Like it, almost like it fits there, if I'm honest. It actually doesn't, so it's just the board falling off. I thought it was off the trigger, because I thought it was this bit here. But actually, no. It's to hold the battery. Thank you very much. Oh, okay, so does it, like, sit up here somewhere? We'll have a look. We'll put my new battery onto it. So, again, this is the double capacity battery. Hopefully you can read that says 2,000 milliamp hour. Not 20,000, that would be amazing. To hold the battery in place. Thank you very much. Thanks, UK Skillers. It must be to hold the battery somehow, but we'll see what happens when I put the battery in. Don't think it matters which way this goes up. And I'll look for the key. So to be able to tell which side the actual battery goes in, because this isn't a transformer, this looks like it takes... Well, obviously it's not a transformer because this is DC. You want to look for the key. So there's a slot this side, just a little bit of plastic here, and we want to plug that in like so. It's just make sure you get the positive and negative right, and then this fits into here. Now this little black thing fits, looks like it fits there actually. So actually, yeah, look, so there's a circle there with two slots like that. So this thing isn't completely circular, and it actually fits here. The bit of the LED part on the bottom half of the controller. Yes, there is. Yeah, there is. So yeah, it looks like it fits there. Battery can move a little bit, but it's not anything major. And I'm just going to tuck those wires down there. So now we've got to attach this other ribbon cable to the top. What's going on? I'm modding a PS4 controller. I've put nice buttons on it. I'll show you when it's finished. We've got 5 screws here. So one of these screws, actually this one, holds the board down somewhere, doesn't it? Oh yeah, I could take the battery out, and it goes in the middle here, I remember. So take the screwdriver, and we're going to just put it in here. Actually, guys, this has been amazingly successful. I don't know what sort of video I'll be able to get out of it. Maybe I'll just upload the stream, actually. That might be easier. I'll upload the stream. I might do something else with it. I don't know. So that goes in there. Let's turn it over so you can have a quick look. All the buttons are able to be pressed. Oh, guys, this is amazing. This is amazing. It's got much better than the videos I filmed this morning. I should stream all my videos. And now what we need to do is attach the ribbon cable from the LED bit back here. So, by the way the ribbon cable is bent is the way you can tell which way it goes in. So this one's quite easy because I remember the blue one was at the top, but this one has, well, it has the blue on the bottom. I don't remember seeing the blue before. So what we're going to do is just attach this back in, like so. This one doesn't have a clip, so there's no need to worry about that. You just pull it out or push it in. And I'm just going to push this in. It's a bit fiddly, purely because it's a ribbon cable and not a lot of resistance to it. And now we're going to just put it back together. Look at the L. That's why the R2 fell off earlier. So there's a bit of plastic on the bottom half of the controller, which must have knocked the R2 off this morning. Earlier in the stream. So this is tricky. So we've got to line it up. 1, so that's in place. 2, so the weird rubber thing doesn't fall out again. Where's that gone? There it is. The weird rubber thing, I think, goes here. Purely because that's where it fits. We've got to get it over the R2, but also behind these. So this is going to be tricky. So I'm going to come in from that way, then go back over the R2, like that. So I've gone over the R2, and I've also caught inside the thing. Take photos if you disassemble it. I streamed it. I did even better than that. Replace the light with a laser. Maybe another stream. Maybe another stream. But honestly, the PS4 light is, I don't want to say annoying, but obtrusive enough. It's purely because I put these trigger treads on that's causing me the issues. So we've gone over the R2s. We've got both inside here. So I'm just going to push it back together and hope for the best. Don't know if it's left enough room this side. Yeah, it has. Yeah, it has. So you push it back together all around, make sure the clips all engage. Then we test all the buttons before we put the screws back in. And it all works! Ah! Replace the light with a cup holder. I could do that without disassembling the controller. So let's put all these back in. And I don't know how I can show you guys it's working. Actually, I don't know if the battery's got any charge. So I'll put the screws all back in and I'll press the button, see what happens. In fact, I'll put 2 of the screws back in and then I'll press the button in case I need to go back into it. Let it make a cup of tea for you. So, I just want to go against the British stereotype here. I don't like tea. I don't understand the appeal. I know it's a very British thing to like tea, but I don't understand it. Actually, I just pressed the button by accident. And it's lighting up. PS4 itself isn't on, so it won't pick up. We'll test that in a minute. I just hit the button by accident there. But the thing's lighting up, so amazing. Guys, this has been brilliant. I've enjoyed this. It's made me... Well, I mean, it's a nice stream. Nice stream. It's nice chilling out with you guys. What else you got going on for the rest of the day? I've been thinking about doing streams for a little while now. A couple of you came to my test stream of my test stream. Oh, look at that. Yeah, a couple of you came to the test stream of the test stream. So this is the test stream, and I did a previous test stream a little while ago. But look at this. Let's turn the PS4 on just so I can show you that it engages with the PS4 itself. Let's turn it on this way. Hope you heard that beep. Has actually worked. I'm just going to kill the light so you can see that's on. There we go. God, this does look good. This was very smooth. Very, very smooth. Camera's losing focus. Still white, still white. I haven't turned the monitor on. Hey, blue! Guys, it works! I can turn the monitor on. I can hear the PS4 controller. I don't know if you could heard that actually. Have I left the PC audio on? Yes, I did, so you might have heard that. It doesn't look like you are though. But it's working! I can't show you because of the way my stream is set up. So you're currently on my desk. The keyboard is to my right, pressed up against my other monitor because I don't have a lot of room here. But guys, it's working. This is amazing. This has gone even better than I thought it would. Even better. Got nice shiny buttons. Now, how do the sticks feel? So this is something I thought about. The sticks themselves are a bit slippy in the middle here, but because they've got this almost serrated edge, it actually gives a lot of grip around the outside. Loads of grip. And now I've got double the capacity, so I'll make the same adjustments to this one, battery-wise. So this one's survived a little bit more purely because I used these. I don't know where the other one's gone. It had it on when I was playing PS4 this morning. But I've used these little cap things, which go on the controller. I mean, these sticks aren't in very good repair, but I use these little cap things just to give me a little bit more grip. Can you put a speaker? It has a speaker in it. The PS4 does have a speaker in it. So, I mean, we glossed over it because it was on the other side of the board, next to here. but it does have a speaker. Yeah, so I'll do the similar thing to this one. Add some fuzzy Velcro to the sticks. Yeah, I could do that. But actually, I quite like this. Both in looks and in feel. So these won't wear down for normal people. For me, they might. But I will come on to that in a different video, I think. Yeah. So actually, while you guys are here, because I'm actually quite thankful that so many people turned up for the stream. I expected just to be sitting here with like 2 people. Let's talk about some upcoming videos. So this morning, I'm just going to stop filming on this camera, which has already stopped filming for me. I wonder when that stopped. Uh-oh. So I might have to use the stream. And Velcro will get dirty, yeah. So yeah, let's talk about some upcoming videos. PS4 controller mod might come up. I might just upload the stream, purely because I'm so happy with it. What else have we got? So I showed you the Steam controller that arrived, I think it was Friday night. It's a bit weird, I've got to say. If you look at the actual angle of it, it's completely opposite to what the PS4 controller is. So the PS4 controller goes out, whereas this has a slope going inwards. I don't know what you guys have seen of the Steam controller already. Normal, essentially R1, L1, R2, L2. But you've also got these on the back. So these are extra buttons on the back, which is crazy. Behind it is the battery compartment. So the batteries actually slide in here. And they have like a locking mechanism here. So when you push it in, the locking mechanism comes back out. Let's put that on. It actually makes a noise when it turns on as well. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to do that, purely because in this video. You never owned a console, you don't understand the controller hype. Honestly, I really love controllers. There's good controllers, like... I'm undecided about the Steam controller. Good controllers like this one, and the 360 controller. But then there's bad controllers, like... I mean, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I really don't like the Xbox One controller. Purely because of the shoulder buttons here. So, I hold a controller either like this, or like this, and then I want to press the shoulder buttons. Purely because these have a hinge here, and they want you to press at the end, but not here. So that's not actually activating the button. You end up pressing over here to activate the button. I really don't like that. I really, really don't like that. This is my hobby. The YouTube stuff. This is just my hobby. Yeah. It's a nice hobby. I think there's much better ones I could do. Yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah, so I'm really into my controllers. My PS4's on and making the room about 200 degrees. So I've got a temperature meter up there, so on my clock, and it's reading 26 degrees in here. Hello, the English chap. Know your username. Right, other things, so the PS3 controller, this wasn't a custom mod one, this is just got a weird case on it. And I like this controller, but it's too small. I really don't like that. It's too small. They really improved that with the DualShock 4. Really enjoyed that. What are your thoughts on controllers, audience? Yeah, I do live in London. It's awesome. Yeah, so what are your thoughts on controllers? I mean, I don't know what consoles you guys own. What consoles do you... You know, you mentioned you already don't own a console, so you never understood the hype. What about the rest of you? So, I mean, you like PS4? Xbox? I've put those controllers away. So, as I say, a 360 controller is good. I like it, but I don't like the Xbox One controller. What do you guys play as well? So I keep playing MGS5 at the moment. I won't put that game down at all. Oh wow, it stacks, kind of. Yeah, I won't put MGS4 down. I'm going to end up platinuming that before I even think about it. What do I recommend for a PC? Game controller wise, a 360 controller, a PS4 controller, maybe a Steam controller. I haven't decided yet. I need to use this a little bit more. So the only use of it, I've done a little bit of off-camera stuff, but the only gaming I've actually done with it is on camera. So yeah, we'll see. Imagine a controller you can mould to your hands. Would you remember the Power Glove controller for the PS2 and the what was it? Yeah, I think it was Power Glove controller for the PS3. So I think you would hold your hand like that or something, and you had something here. I can't remember. There was a Power Glove controller for I think the PS2, but it might have been the PS1. Can't remember off the top of my head. But it had like buttons on the back here, so I think you would have to hold your hands like this and mold to it. I think you could probably guess my PS4 name. Take the 5 off the end, and that's my PS4 name. Prefer controllers with rechargeable batteries, changing AAs all the time. I agree with that, but actually looking at the Steam controller, it does have a micro USB port, so you might not need to use batteries at all. But it did come with a nice USB dongle. I've got it above my monitor here at the moment. I'm just going to try and take it out to show you. I'm going to fail miserably at it, apparently. No, here we go. So, the PS4 controller itself came with this little dongle with a nice Steam logo on it and 10 million warning labels. That's not warning labels, that's ID labels. Yeah. I think the better for games than others. For shooters, a mouse and keyboard is better. I agree. Yep, something weird's going on. Okay, sorry. Shooters, mouse and keyboard is better. Third person or racing game, controllers are better. Say, Third person, I don't know if I agree with. Racing game, I absolutely do agree with. Yeah, I agree with racing games. I'm a big racing game fan. Definitely better with the controller, because otherwise it's on or off. You know, you remember, well, it's a bad example using the DualShock 3, but when you press the X on the DualShock 3, it actually knows how much you're pressing it. But it's the old Gran Turismo problem, where it's X to go, square to brake. Whereas now most racing games are R2 and L2, purely because you've got more travel. Whereas on the X button here, you don't really have any travel. But they're capable of using it. Battery controllers suck, plus I hate the battery pack on the back of the 360 controller. Yeah, I'm not a fan either. Well, that's probably because mine's wired as well. Not a fan of the battery pack. I like to put my hands on the back. A bad example with the cable going across it. Yeah. Play Little Big Planet all the time on PS3? Yep. Do I have GTA 5 on PC? I don't actually. I have it on PS4. I don't have it on PC yet. I plan to get it purely because I want to do all the mods for it and just have a good game with that. I've got it on PS4. It's quite nice. Yeah. PS4, you guys prefer? Yeah. Bet you wish you had a controller as cool as mine. Guys, I'm so happy with how that came out. I can't believe. I put it... I've just broken everything. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. I pressed a button on my keyboard and put it onto desktop view. Yeah, so I mean, PS4 controller's great. I use it all the time. I'll get GTA 5 on PC at one point. Because I've already bought it on PS3 and PS4, so I'm not going to buy it on PC yet, because that means I've bought it 3 times now. Yeah. Anyway, guys, any questions for me, or shall we leave it here? That's a question for you guys. Because we've already had a success. I'm really happy with just, I mean, we haven't done anything amazing here. We've changed the battery, we've changed R1 and L1, and the options and share button, and the sticks. But we've not done anything absolutely groundbreaking. We've not added lasers to it or a cup holder, as some of your suggestions. Yeah, I mean, you can get these weird things for the Vita, which is almost a cup holder. Yeah. Alright, Smithy318i has said bye. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to end the stream here. But, hack some lasers out of a Blu-ray. I already did that. Go to my channel, the video's there. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me, honestly. It's been a pleasure spending my Sunday afternoon talking to you guys. Maybe we'll do it regularly. I've got to find some other stuff to do. I just thought I might just do this one, just purely because it's here. Really big weights inside for extreme vibration. I like that. Thanks. See you soon, guys. Goodbye. Check out my latest video on the Wi-Fi plug.